Hello everyone, welcome to compiler design class. Today we are going to discuss about input buffering in compiler design. So let's get started that. So what is input buffering? What is a buffer? Buffer is a temporary storage memory, correct? It will temporarily hold the data of which we are trying to execute it. It will hold it for a while and then it will be sending it to the main memory and then it will be executing it. I mean, instead of sending it to the secondary storage, we have to take it from the secondary storage and then we should execute it. It is taking a little while. So because of which we are using a buffer. So buffer is a temporary memory that will be holding a data which we are trying to execute. So what is the need of a data, a temporary memory in the compiler design is, in compiler design, like whatever the data that we are going to give it or whatever the expression it is being taking, the program has been scanned from left to right. Right, left to right in the sense character by character it will be scanned. For example, if I'm going to give int I is equal to 0, it will be like in program int I n t. So each character will be holded in a block. So I n t, and then it will be holding the remaining values, whichever that remaining variables, whichever that we are mentioning it in the buffer. Right. So in the in buffer we have two types of buffers, that is two pointers we are having it. The one is a forward pointer, the other one is backward pointer. This is the forward pointer and this is the backward, sorry, begin pointer. I'm sorry, that's begin pointer and forward point. Initially, in the buffer, forward pointer and begin pointer will be pointing at the starting stage. In the sense, BP will be here. I'll show you that. See here, BP, I mean begin pointer and forward pointer will be in the initial stage. Once it has been starting, when it starts from left to right, when the scan has been started, it starts from one character by one character. So when will a token will be recognized? After a lexeme has been found, a token will be recognized. What is a lexeme? A meaningful characters, combined characters, you call it as in lexeme. Yes. So here I n t. It is I found when it is moving it, begin pointer will be there only. Only the forward pointer will keep moving. So I n t. It will be going and it will find out that there is an empty space. Once there is an empty space, what it will do, it will find out, it will say that it is a blank space. So it will find that is one lexeme. So int is one lexeme. So every meaningful character will be having space in your buffer. So this is how, if for example, if I'm going to, so like for example, if I'm going to give float, it will be scanning from left to right, FLOT, and I have to mention a blank space. If it's a blank space, the compiler will be recognized that it is a single or a one lexeme it will be able to find. Then what it will do, the forward pointer and backward pointer will be moving to the next variable which has to be scanned. Correct. So it will be moving from this place to this place. It will be moving it. See here. I'll show you. See, only the forward pointer is moving. Once it is being done here, see here, it is considered to be a token. Int is a token, integer token, correct? So token has been found and BP and FP will be pointing to the next meaningful variable and it keeps scanning it. So what is the disadvantage that I'll be having it when I'm having input buffer is, buffer will be having less space. Okay, so for example, I'll be having one buffer. So I'm trying to put all my variables in one buffer. I found it is over. Again, I have another line which I have to be put it in the buffer. So what it will do, it will be overwriting. Again, it will start from the beginning. So the content or the data which we put in the buffer will not be longer, it will be overwriting. That buffer will be, that drawback will be there in the single buffer. Okay, in single buffer, we won't be able to have a data for a long period. It just moves once it is being done. Once the data, the buffer has been the buffer is over, again it will start from the beginning, because of which we will be going to the two buffer concept, one buffer and two buffer concept. See here, the forward pointer moves ahead to search for end of lexeme. As soon as a blank space is encountered, it indicates end of lexeme. In the above example, so int we have used, that is what I have mentioned here. The forward pointer will be moved ahead at white space. When FP encounters white space, it ignores and moves ahead. Then both begin pointer and forward pointer are set at next token. That is, to the next variable that we are introducing it, it will be moving to that, both will be moving to that. So this is what we have seen in the single one buffer. So what we will be doing is, now I'll tell you what is two buffer. See, this is the drawback that we have seen in the one buffer. Now I'll show you what is there in the two buffer. See here, this is one buffer here. In two buffer, it will be scanning here. Once it is over, it will have end of, E of. See here, end of. If it is end of will be encountered here, the first buffer is over. Even for one buffer also, we'll have this end of one block will be carried with end of. Here it will have end of. It will mention it is end of the first buffer. Immediately it starts loading the content in the second buffer and it keeps scanning it. Meanwhile, it is entering the second buffer. It will find out the lexeme and find out the tokens which is there in the first buffer, and it will remove the unnecessary content. And then again, once it is over, again it will be refilled. The process will be done until the input is being given to the compiler. Okay, so it will be finding out the last end of, you call it as a sentinel. Sentinel is end of your complete buffer. That is your input string, you're trying to put it inside the buffer is end. Your complete program is done. At that point, it will say sentinel. See, this end of character introduced at the end is called sentinel, which is used to identify the end of buffers. So wherever I found sentinel, I'll be able to, that is not for me, the compiler will be able to find, okay, sentinel has been there. So the end of this program has been encountered. So we should stop executing it. By using this, it will be scanning and it stops executing it. This is what one buffer and two buffer. Okay, any doubt in this? Thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any doubt, please let me know regarding this. I'll be able to help you with this. Thank you so much.